Hey, what's up everyone? This is the Wolfman, and I am down here at Gleanings for the Hungry. It's a non-profit organization located here in Dinuba, California, south of Fresno. And joining me today is the base director, Meir, who has been the base director down here since 2012.
Yeah, something like that.
And he's a good friend of mine. I've known him since 2013. And today we're doing a special interview with Fritz. He's going to talk about what Gleanings is all about and what they do here for both during the summertime, which is now, and during the off season. So thanks for doing this video with me. So what can you tell us about Gleanings?
Yeah, like you said, Gleanings is a non-profit, but also a volunteer organization, so nobody's paid. It's like one of the things I love about Gleanings is like everybody's a giver. You know, you're here and everyone's participating because we want to help feed the hungry, and we're not like receiving or gaining personally, but it's like in a sacrificial way where we're all giving. And so from the weekly volunteers to the daily volunteers to the full-time staff, we're all actually paying to be here, to participating for the costs of our stay. So we are totally volunteer-based. We have day groups and weekly groups, long-term people that come and work. So our thing is really, so we're repackaging things, we get food products donated, but then we basically have two products that we produce ourselves. So in the summer we produce this dried fruit. So we have packing sheds and farmers in the area that donate fruit, especially peaches and nectarines, to us, and we have like a facility where we wash and core the fruit and then sun dry them. And so we are capable to produce or to run about 150 to 200,000 pounds of fresh fruit a day, which is quite for a non-profit kind of a operation. It's a lot of fruit that we are able to process, and then so we do that for about 11-12 weeks in the summer, and then in the rest of the year, actually even in the summer sometimes, we have a soup facility where we take donated vegetable products like peas, lentils, rice, pasta, potatoes, and mix it up into a nutritious soup mix. And so yeah, we make the soup mix, and we ship about 100 40-foot shipping containers a year.
Wow.
So we're talking, each one's about 40,000 pounds. So it's millions of pounds of food that goes to organizations that help people in need, especially. Our focus really is international. We don't do a lot in the US, just because we feel the need in other countries is so much greater, especially in this kind of natural disaster, refugee situation, orphans and widows, feeding programs in like schools and orphanages all around the world. So we've shipped food to over 105 nations, I think, somewhere around there.
Wow.
Depending on the need and the crisis situation.
And how long has Gleanings been around?
Gleanings started in 1982 by Wally Wenji. He was part of Youth with a Mission. So Gleanings is actually a part of Youth with a Mission. We're a base that is affiliated or is part of Youth with a Mission. And obviously it started very small, just and we started here in Dinuba because there's so much fruit available and a lot of fruit being thrown away. So it's really kind of the abundance and our standards of the market, for what is sellable. There's a lot of fruit that's been maybe scarred or has a split pit or just isn't perfect, a little bit of bruise and it's being thrown away, but it's perfectly nutritious food. And so we were able to partner with these farmers and packagers to take that fruit and dry it and be able to feed people that are in need. So it makes a lot of sense.
It does, yeah, especially for the meaning of the name, which Gleanings does have a meaning that they basically used to describe what they do here, especially with the fruit. What would you say is the definition of gleanings?
Well, gleanings is a biblical term. I think it's in Leviticus 17, or it's kind of part of the Israelites, how they were helping or taking care of the poor was by the farmers leaving some of their harvests so they could come and glean and take some of the grains or whatever they're producing, and so that's kind of the name coming from where we take what's kind of left over or what and give it to the poor. So that's the Gleanings. There are other organizations like Gleanings that do similar things in collecting food and handing out. Like in Canada, there's a lot of gleaners. They dehydrate the vegetables and also make a soup mix. So we're not the only ones doing this.
Is there anything more that Gleanings also does other than just food products that you send out, or do you other stuff?
Well, of course, a lot is going on in having our facility with the volunteers. So we're kind of like a camp where people come and they stay here, and we have a kitchen where we feed everybody 3 meals a day and 2 snacks, and we have chapel every day. So it's like a whole community living that we promote and bring people in. And it's really, it's not just like a program, it's really more like family, where we give people an opportunity to come and feed the hungry, but we need people to come and help us. So it's really like this partnership where people come, where we need each other to fulfill God's call to help the needy. We also have a discipleship training school that we run usually once a year. That's a 3 months lecture phase here at Gleanings, and then a 2 months outreach. We actually have a team right now in Mexico awesome. doing their outreach. So yeah, and of course there's just for the facilities, there's maintenance, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, landscaping, grounds work, but really the call is to produce food. That is our focus.
Well, it definitely sounds like quite the big operation that you guys do on a yearly basis. Which shoot, I'm sorry. You guys also do a special program here during the summer. That's the summer staff program.
Yeah, to run the whole the peach production, it takes obviously a little bit more skilled workers, some leadership. So we have a program. It's called the summer staff program, where we have young people between 18 and 25. And they come usually for at least 2 or 3 months and give their summer basically to serve. And they learn drive a forklift, how our equipment works, kind of the lead people in the groups that come. So they are the ones really running the whole operation. And obviously they have a great time in getting to know each other and the community of the fellowship between the summer staff. So it's yeah, we usually have about between 15 and 20 a year that are part of that program, which you have been doing. How many years were you on summer staff there?
I did summer staff for 3 summers in a row. I did it back in the summer of 14-15, and to my surprise 2016, because at that time I exceeded the age limit, but they wanted me back down here, so I came down here, started to finish the season, which, yeah, I was quite surprised. So how exactly, I would say this may be the last question. How do you come on staff at Gleanings? Like, what's the
requirement to be here full time?
Yeah.
So yeah, as a YWAM base, Youth with Mission is the requirement is to do a discipleship training school, and after that, you have the opportunity to go basically on staff in any YWAM base in the world, and so it's the same here at Gleanings. So anybody has a discipleship training school. Typically, for us, most people have come here and volunteered. They have a relationship, and then obviously we're looking for specific kind of skills also, because a lot of our work is kind of, you know, fixing equipment or working with donors, organizations, or working in the kitchen. So we are looking, as far as the staff, really for some people with specific skills that help run the operation here.
So it's definitely quite an adventure being down here, whether you're on staff full time or as a summer staff or just here for the week. It's quite the experience for people to go through.
Yeah, we actually, before the pandemic here, you know, we would have waiting lists almost every week. So it's kind of crazy to think people come and work and pay money to work, and we have more than we can handle. More people love to come.
But now, this is the first time in over a year you decided to run the peach plant. So it's a little challenging trying to get that help right now.
Yeah, in 2020 we shut down by not being able to have you know, 100 or around 100 volunteers in a dorm kind of situation. So so 21 now we're starting to have volunteers again, but there's still a lot of hesitation from church groups and volunteers. So yeah, we're definitely having kind of a reset as far as you know, we used to have a steady flow of the volunteers, and we're just kind of coming back in smaller numbers than we used to, but that's okay.
Well, I would think this would pretty much be the conclusion of this video. Thank you again, Fritz, for the interview.
Pleasure.
And if you like the video, feel free to hit the subscribe button down below and hit a like and leave a comment and see if anything speaks out to you about this. Feel free to leave a comment, and by chance, if anyone comes across this video within this year, feel free to apply to do, if you're of legal age and if you got the time, if you feel God's calling you to do it, feel free to join on the summer staff. Or if you have a group that is interested, then set up an appointment, or set up a time to come down here, because it is a worthwhile experience being down here. So with that said, if you like the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and remember, Jesus loves you more than Elmo and Barn. I'll see you next time.